In 1859, a hot air balloon was showcased in Columbia. A young gentleman by the name of John McWhirter had been bet by some of his cronies that he would not take a ride in this hot air balloon. The bet was something that John just could not pass up. He certainly saw a lot of use for a new horse and buggy, which was to be his prize. The time was set for John to go up in the hot air balloon, and lo and behold, he had a couple of hours to kill. So he joined his cronies in one of the local watering holes in Columbia. And by the arranged time, John was feeling just a little unsteady. He was helped into the hot air balloon by his friends, and away it went. The higher that John got into the air, the more he wanted out of the balloon. He did somehow manage to hang on until he had reached a pretty high altitude. At that time, the balloon started its travels over Columbia, with John barely hanging on, and his friends following the balloon on horseback. Well, before you knew what was happening, John somehow managed to fall out of the balloon. This alarmed his friends to no end, as you can imagine. And so they headed as hard as they could for Elmwood Cemetery, where they expected they may find John and the balloon crashed to the earth. When they did arrive at Elmwood Cemetery, they found John, for sure, sober as a judge and declaring that he would never, ever touch another drop of alcohol. Oh, by the way, he did win the bet and drove off in his new horse and carriage.